Hi, I'm Matt Seiler, one of the woodworking forum hosts here at Wood Online. I'd like to welcome you to my shop. Here I am a couple of days before Christmas. It's pretty chilly out there, hence the coat. What I'd like to do is just give you a basic tour around my facilities and give you an appreciation for where it is that I report to work every day, about 10 o'clock, 10:30 in the morning, till about 7 o'clock at night when my wife gets home. Let's take a peek. We'll start this shop tour with the heart of my shop, which is my table saw. I've got the Craftsman 22124 table saw, which happens to be attached via a short bridge to a 4 foot by 6 foot outfeed assembly table workbench. This is pretty much where I get most of my work done. What happens to be on the bench right now are a couple of different things. You might have spotted the Art Deco clock in one of the recent Wood magazines. I actually designed that. And what I've got to do is build a larger version that includes that large clock face. That'll be a Christmas present. Now, also drying on the assembly table right now is a bit of furniture repair. I normally don't get into repair, but I was tasked with the job of replacing some of this decorative fretwork. And that was a really tall challenge because I had to not only fabricate the fretwork itself, but also figure out a way to get it scarfed into the table and have it be structurally sound. That was a lot of fun, and I do mean that honestly. It was a bit of work at the scroll saw, and then figuring out how to get it all put together again. Now, what we'll do is we'll take you around the tour of this rather modest-sized building. I'm only in a 21 by 24 foot space, and as you're starting to detect, I've got stuff everywhere. We'll start out at this corner. Storage for about 60-70 clamps, as well as posturing for my only heat in this building. Right now I've got a propane tank with an 85,000 BTU burner. Not exactly optimal, especially given the fact that you probably have discovered, courtesy of this shot at least, that I'm not really insulated. 2009 is going to be a transformative year for this shop. I'm going to be taking most of the material off of the walls, and I'm going to be insulating and hopefully bringing in a gas-fired heater courtesy of a new gas line run from the house to this garage. The L-shaped bench continues from the left wall to the back wall. The nice thing about this is it really gives me nearly unlimited distance to the left of the saw, because as you follow along, there's the door. So I can feed any length stock I need to the left of the saw. And to the right, I've got about 8.5 feet. Plenty of storage, although not the neatest thing in the world at the moment. And the back wall, readers of my blog might have seen me take this back wall from being a large open shelving system, much like what's still protruding up there at the top, and it continued down. It's nice to have enclosed space. It's a lot brighter in here. General storage for hand tools and routers and sandpaper and such. And yes, there really are some woodworkers who keep their tools in cases. These are great in case I need to grab and go to a job site. Now back here in this corner, we've got a couple of more or less stationary tools. The Performax and the bandsaw both share a common drop for the dust collection system. And here again you can see that I'm not really insulated. The bandsaw happens to have been set up for a resaw operation lately. More wood storage. And we've got the router table. That was simply a Rockler top, and I put it on a base of my own design. I love having the doors there. Being able to enclose the router cuts down the sound by almost 4 decibels. And for anybody who's not into sound pressure levels, that means that it has cut the effective volume to your ears in half, which is a beautiful thing. Enclosed router bases are the way to go. And just recently I also redesigned the scroll saw and the lathe station. Again, newly painted, and I haven't really had the opportunity to booger this up too badly. Plenty of storage for pieces and parts, as well as the overall storage for the various things that are used at the lathe. Of course, we've got the dreaded corner.
Can't do a whole lot with that. And one of my favorite tools, the Festool Domino. It's my one concession to Festool in the shop. And back to an overview. Got the jointer tucked in next to the table saw so that I've got a nice, neat workstation. And here is where I report to work every day.
That pretty much concludes the tour of the workshop. Like I said, it's not the biggest building in the world, but I get a lot of work done here. I thank you for visiting, and if I can ever help you out, answer any questions, provide a little moral support, you know where to find me here on the forums at Wood Online.